We all know about the big players in stock photography, Unsplash, Pexels, Shutterstock, they are everywhere. But when everyone's using the same resources, everything starts to look kind of the same. Today I'm sharing 9 completely free stock photo websites that don't get nearly enough love, and these aren't necessarily secret or unknown, but they're definitely underused, and some of these have become my go-to resources for finding images that make my projects really stand out. Whether you're a designer, content creator, or just someone who's tired of seeing the same businessman pointing at charts, this video is going to expand your free resource toolkit. So let's get started. Shopify have quietly built one of the most underrated free stock photo collections out there. What makes this special is the curation. The photos are specifically chosen with business and marketing in mind. The aesthetic is clean, modern, and incredibly usable for commercial projects. Everything here is completely free for commercial use, no attribution required, which is huge for client work, and their business and lifestyle categories are gold mines if you're working on any kind of professional content. I have used their images for everything from LinkedIn posts to client presentations, and I always find that they hit that sweet spot of professional but approachable. Next is Stock. This one is a little bit different. It's got this minimalist, almost gallery-like feel that immediately tells you the curator has an eye for design. The collection isn't massive, but that's actually the point. What I love about Stock is the aesthetic consistency, the lighting, composition, color grading. It all feels cohesive in a way that makes your projects look more premium. The website focuses heavily on lifestyle, nature, and architectural photography. If you're working on anything that needs to convey calm, sophistication, or that elevated everyday vibe, this is your spot. All images are free for commercial use, and I have noticed that using images from more curated sources like this one actually elevates the perceived value of whatever you are creating. It's that attention to detail that really separates good design from great design. Now for the next one, don't let the name throw you off. Morg File has been around since 1996, making it one of the OG free stock photo websites. The name comes from the newspaper term for archived photos, and honestly, that vintage approach is part of its charm. What's fascinating about Morg File is the community aspect. It's run by photographers for photographers, and you can really feel that in the diversity of content. You'll find everything from ultra-professional shots to more experimental, artistic pieces that you just won't see on the mainstream websites. The content is really solid. Website number 4 is called Libristock. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Libristock is basically a search engine that pulls from multiple free stock photo websites simultaneously. Instead of going to 5 different websites, you search here and you see results from Unsplash, Pixabay, Pexels, and several smaller websites all in one place. The time-saving aspect is huge, especially when you're working on client projects with tight deadlines. You can quickly compare options from different sources and see which aesthetic direction works best for your project. I personally use this one for initial discovery, and then I go directly to the source for a more in-depth exploration. Website number 5 has got to be one of my favorites of all time. It's called Kaboom Pics. They have this Instagram-ready aesthetic that's perfect for social media content, blogs, and anything targeting a younger, style-conscious audience. The strength here is in lifestyle photography, flat lays, and workspace shots that actually look livable. None of that overly staged, too perfect stock photo feeling. The color palettes are consistently gorgeous and tend to perform so well on social media. They offer both free and premium collections, but honestly, I have been using the free version for the past year, and it's been more than enough for me. If you're into that aspirational lifestyle content, Kaboom Pics is definitely for you. Number 6, Barn Images. Barn Images brings this warm, slightly vintage aesthetic that's perfect for brands wanting to convey authenticity and craftsmanship. The photography has this slightly film-like quality that adds character to whatever you're working on. I actually find the images from Barn Images very, very human, and they bring that human touch to your project. If you're ready to drop the overly polished content, this is the website for you. Another favorite of mine, and if you're a social media girly, you know this one, it's called Dupe Photos. And this is completely different from everything else that we have seen so far or that you know as stock photography. This platform was built specifically for the social media age. What makes Dupe special is their focus on social-first imagery. The aesthetic is trendy, relatable, and perfect for social media content, influencer marketing, or any project targeting younger audiences. The platform is also available as an app, and the user experience is really smooth. You can filter by aesthetics and trends, which is brilliant for maintaining visual consistency across campaigns. I promise you, Dupe Photos will help you connect with audiences that can spot fake corporate imagery from a mile away. This is particularly valuable if you want to create social media content that will really drive engagement. Now we're gonna get into AI territory, and I know this is controversial, but stay with me because these are actually really great websites. Refancy specializes in AI-generated stock photos, and the quality is honestly impressive. The images have this hyper-polished, almost too perfect quality that can work really well for certain applications like tech presentations, futuristic concepts, or scenarios that would be expensive or impossible to shoot traditionally. Lumi is another AI-focused platform, but they have approached it differently. Instead of just generating random pretty pictures, they seem to understand that different industries and use cases need different aesthetic approaches. What I find valuable about Lumi isn't just the images themselves, but the fact that they often include prompts used to generate them. This is incredibly useful if you're trying to create consistent visual mockups for client presentations or need to generate variations on a theme. The future of stock photography is probably a hybrid approach: traditional photography for authentic human moments, AI generation for concepts, some illustrations, and scenarios that would be expensive to shoot. I have used AI-generated images from websites like these for initial mockups, especially when I'm working with clients to develop that initial concept before they go and look for a photographer or invest in custom shooting. I do believe that when you have a good prompt, that helps you refine the visual direction and deliver high-quality images, even if they're not going to be the final product. You guys know I have some thoughts on this. I have a whole video on my thoughts on AI. I'm gonna leave it linked in the description, but that's not what this video is about, so I'm not gonna get too much into that. I just really wanted to share these 9 websites with you. I do think that they deserve a spot on your bookmark bar. And my honest take is that great visual content isn't just about finding good images. They really need to serve your specific purpose and your audience. Sometimes you do need the authentic, slightly imperfect feel. Other times you need something that's a little bit more polished. And sometimes you do need the impossible to shoot perfection of AI content. So these websites are all linked in the description as well. Make sure you go and check them out. Don't dismiss the AI options completely, even if you're not totally pro AI. I also have my reservations about that, but test them out for concept work. The biggest mistake I see creatives making is getting stuck in resource ruts. Expand your toolkit and your work will thank you for it. I'm really curious if you know of a website that I didn't mention in this video. I would love it for you to drop it in the comments below, because I'm always looking for new resources to explore. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you discover something new. Subscribe for more design and creative insights, and I will see you in the next one.